An international organization fighting human trafficking is officially launching an office here in the Philippines. The Exodus Road envisions a world where humans are never bought, sold, or exploited. The organization operates in 6 territories: the US, Thailand, India, Brazil, Latin America, and the Philippines. And with us now in the studio, the org's Chief Executive Officer, Laura Parker, and Philippine Country Director, Buddy Bartido. Good morning. It's great to have you in studio.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the organization. A bit of background. It's been a decade since the organization was set up. And you've achieved a lot. You've achieved so much. Let's talk about some of the numbers and statistics. I was quite impressed.
Yes. So the organization primarily assists law enforcement and agencies in fighting human trafficking crime.
Right.
And to date, we've been a part of nearly 2,000 rescues of victims and nearly 1,000 arrests worldwide.
Right.
And we also have training and education programs and aftercare programs as well.
Right, that's the great thing, I think, about the organization. Obviously, you're thinking big picture. Let's talk a little bit about the approach. You ended your previous statement with training, getting the community involved, learning, how to spot trafficking, how to deal with trafficking. That seems to be an approach that is obviously working.
Yeah, it's really important. I think a lot of times, even today, people just don't understand the issue, and they don't understand that it's happening right in their own communities, and they don't know what to do if they see it, and they don't know what to look for. So, we always say that the first step to fighting trafficking is understanding it, and so anytime we can get out into the community and do education programs, especially for at-risk communities, then we're pushing the needle forward.
Right. Buddy, here in the Philippines, the data that we're looking at, what kind of statistics are we looking at here? How prevalent is human trafficking? Exactly as Laura said, I don't know, we become desensitized. We don't know how to spot it, or maybe we just don't want to look. What's the data look like now here?
We don't have the actual figure as far as numbers, but the 800,000 is really a high number. I mean, it's presented as a low number. We believe that there are many still that are unreported. And for us, it's very alarming.
Yeah.
And our social welfare organization reports that 42% of the survivors they serve are products of human trafficking.
Right. I mean, we're talking about anything from forced labor, being sexually exploited. Does now the prevalence maybe of our digital and online sort of world add to that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we hit a really high number in terms of OSAIC, online sexual abuse and exploitation.
Right.
And that's something I believe we need to look into more.
Okay. Well, having an official office here in the Philippines, obviously it's going to be a big step forward in combating trafficking. You're officially launching the office. Tell us a little bit more about how that's going to come together.
Yeah, we've been around for about a year now. And we have been privileged to be able to have served and rescued about 98 survivors in the Philippines.
Right.
And
we've got results straight away.
Yeah. And we feel like if we launch, then we'll create greater awareness and get more people involved in terms of partnership and things like that. One of the things we want to be able to do is to train and educate the communities. Record shows that 60% of violence in the life of a child, it doesn't happen in the school, it does not happen in the community, it happens in the home. And this is the reason why we want to engage parents and children in communities so that we can reach their home and get them involved.
Okay, aside from obviously getting the most number of people involved by going for the family and the community and getting them involved, there's a lot of training also that has to happen in terms of your partnership with law enforcement entities. Why is that important? I would imagine that being in the law enforcement field, they would know what to do, how to go about this, but there are certain sensitivities, I think, that need to be developed.
Absolutely. I think globally what we're finding is that oftentimes law enforcement officers don't understand human trafficking law even within their own country. We're rolling out different programs, digital training platforms. Specific to law enforcement and specific to fighting human trafficking crime. I think because human trafficking is such a complex crime that there's oftentimes a lot of misunderstanding even for those that really want to combat it. to be able to get successful prosecutions and successful cases through is really, really difficult. So any way that we can use the 10 years of experience that we have in the investigative space and in the supportive law enforcement space and technology to bring that into the fight is what we're about, and we're really excited about that. I feel like it's a critical way to make pretty significant impact.
Right. I mean, aside from the success of the rescues, the arrests, the cases that have been filed, aftercare is also a big part of the program. How do we help those who have been rescued, those who have survived situations like these?
Yeah, you know, there is such an incredible need for aftercare services. We say that a moment of rescue is really just the first step in a survivor's journey to freedom. So trauma-informed aftercare services are critical. Working within government agencies to help support that is critical. Currently, our organization is really excited about aftercare, shelter, and mentorship program for adult survivors and their children. We have one in Thailand that has been very successful, and we're looking at rolling those out globally as well.
All right. What are the future plans in terms of the big picture for Exodus Road, and maybe specific to the Philippines? You can give us a little bit of an idea as well, buddy.
Well, we have 3 pillars that we want to look into. One is training and education, intervention, and aftercare. We have a program we call Beyond Rescue.
Okay.
And as far as caring for survivors are concerned, we would like to think that being able to give them freedom does not, being able to rescue them does not guarantee freedom for us.
Yes.
Freedom for us, if you're able to complete the full circle, where a survivor is reintegrated back to society.
Exactly, yeah.
Then that's freedom for us. So we will have programs for OJTs, maybe foster parenting, caring more for job opportunities and things like that. It's a long way. Works are still in planning, but this is something that we definitely will be looking at.
Okay, sounds great. Well, quickly before I let you go, there will be an event tomorrow for the launch. It's called Sanglaya. Who can tell me about that?
Sanglaya is basically 2 words, Isang Laya, or one freedom, because that's ultimately our goal. So we named the event tomorrow Sanglaya. Many communities coming into as one for freedom.
Sounds good to me. Thank you so much for sharing what you have with us, and I look forward to more successes for Exodus Road. Best of luck to both of you. Thank you for joining us here on New Day.